My name's John Graham, and I'm the badass granddad you didn't know you had. I'm here to tell you another story of my adventures. This one about surviving in a lifeboat in a typhoon in the Gulf of Alaska. And I'll offer some tips on taking risks and living a life with meaning, courage, and passion. Anyway, the whole first half of my life was all about adventures. The riskier and more dangerous, the better. Either climbing difficult, dangerous mountains, or in the U.S. Foreign Service, being in wars and revolutions, with sometimes bullets whistling by my ears. But then I realized that a life based only on my needs for adventure was a shallow life, and I had to do better than that. And I ended up at the United Nations, where in fact I did improve my record. I worked hard on peace and justice issues, and I did some real good there. And I really reoriented my life, but I left the Foreign Service because I could no longer do what I wanted to do and work for somebody else. So I'm there in New York and a head full of ideals, and I realized that I'm running out of money, so I get a job lecturing on a cruise ship, which is great because they pay you a whole lot of money for a few speeches. I get to take my daughter Mallory with me, and we go on the cruise ship Princedam, heading from Vancouver to the Far East. And that damn ship, after 3 days out in the Gulf of Alaska, catches fire and begins to sink. And we're all put into lifeboats in the middle of the night. Come dawn, helicopters arrive from shore bases, and I watch Mallory hoisted into a helicopter and taken to the deck of a nearby tanker that had answered the SOS. And so that's great. And now the typhoon is so fierce, the helicopters can't fly anymore, and there are just 8 of us left on lifeboat number 2. And now the seas are at 30 feet, and the winds are at 60 knots. We're in the middle of a real serious storm, and we're all seasick, and more of the point, we're all dying of hypothermia. We got maybe 6-7 hours to live before we're dead. Our only chance now is for a Coast Guard cutter to find us, frantically looking for us in the middle of this wild storm. And I finally realized that all my adventuring, stuff I'd always walked away from, now I was going to die out here. And it didn't make any sense at all because I reoriented my life toward peace and justice, and now I'm being wiped out. I wanted to know why, so I screamed into the teeth of the storm. Why am I being wiped out now? I deserve to know. And this voice answers back, higher power, God, whatever it was, it answers back, and it says very clearly, stop bullshitting me, John, stop bullshitting yourself. You did some good work at the United Nations, but then you panicked over money. And now you're lecturing on a cruise ship, and if you get out of this one, you're going to lecture on another cruise ship. And if you keep this up, you might as well die out here because the next 50 years won't be worth living. Oh, wow. But on the other hand, if you recommit to your ideals, the voice continued, there could be a different outcome. I look into this wild storm and I just say, yes, I agree, it's a deal. And that instant, cutter Boutwell comes crashing through this wild storm and I get rescued. Point of the story is, make a life commitment like that, you damn well better keep it because there could be consequences if you don't.